Just a quick reaction to watching Mike Tyson and Roy Jones fight. It was very nostalgic and it was quite inspirational in the sense, I'm a 50-year-old man myself, and to see these two athletes go at it, and have the passion to train and do what it takes and, don't just succumb to their age is very inspirational. Um, the fighting, obviously, you can see it's, they've aged. They're not their 20 and 30 something year old selves. Um, you can see that they knew what they were doing. Sometimes the body didn't always react quite like it used to. Obviously, they would kick in a lot of 50-year-old asses, but it was very inspirational. The real winner tonight probably was Snoop Dogg. His commentary was pretty funny and amusing, and his rap was good. One of the more amusing and silly fights of the night was the Jake Paul and Nate Robinson. That was kind of a funny fight. Obviously, Nate Robinson didn't know how to box at all, and that made whatever Jake Paul knew how to do look a lot better. And that was the clear knockout. I think the only knockout of the night. Some of the other boxers did pretty good. There were some real talent in some of those lightweights and super flyweights or whatever. Again, going back to Tyson and Roy Jones, I think it was clearly a draw, but I think in Roy Jones definitely was probably the more hurt of the two, definitely the more winded. But there was flurries and stick and moves that showed some of the old Roy Jones Jr. It's a small boxing ring, and I guess the gloves are a little different, so that kind of played to an advantage to Mike Tyson and his talents. You don't see what's kind of neat, because, here I am, like 50 years old. So, I'm watching these guys as I'm growing up. And, remember watching him on ABC Sports, Mike Tyson. And, of course, I watched Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvelous Marvin Hagler. It's neat to see Sugar Ray Leonard talking tonight, too. And, watch all the big HBO fights. So it was really cool. My hat's off to them for what they accomplished. You could sit there arguing about what would happen and what not would happen, but it is kind of funny because I'd listen to people on the internet and YouTube, and they'd be all talking about, Mike Tyson's got this awe that so over the top, where they think he's going to come back and fight Tyson Fury and the Wilder guy and others. But, this is, a great accomplishment to lose the 100 pounds. That's inspirational to me. That Mike Tyson had to do to get in shape for this. So he's a winner. Roy Jones Jr. is a winner. Gentlemen, they were definitely gentlemen to each other, which I appreciate, yet warriors at the same time. So anyway, that was the real win for tonight. I hope they do more exhibition fights of old nostalgic fighters. Anyway, take care.